Um, I'm gonna make a song here. I'm gonna show you how I do it, because that is the point of this video, is to make something cool in Ultrabox. I'm using Ultrabox, I should say that. It's a free website, you just look up Ultrabox, click on it, you get this, and, well, not exactly this. First, I should go over preference thing. Oh, you cannot see that. Oh, that's cool. Cannot see the drop down. Alright, well, that's great. But basically, this tab here, I mean, basically just check mark almost everything. I don't know, I'll edit this, I'll put like images on the screen right now. Boom. There it is. That's that's what you want. Maybe. Edit is for other stuff. File. You can import and export or make a new song. But mainly you're probably gonna be exporting. But first, let's just get into actually making something. So let me grab a sample so that I can just uh, go over how that works. So if you want to import a sample, it is under the Edit tab. Go all the way down to the Add Custom Samples here. And this will show up. Just click Add a Sample and you'll need a URL. So we're going to go to this website here. It's catbox.mo. Click Select Drop Files. And let's just get something random here. We'll do this. Yeah. You copy this, spits out a link. Go back to your sample thing, paste the URL in, hit OK, and then we'll make a new channel for it. Insert below. Go to the type here. Pops this up, custom samples, it's right here. And then loop controls down here. Loop start. It's already good. I always set my loop to play loop once, unless I want it to repeat, but this is the starting point, the offset. This right here, I haven't found out if it actually does anything. Since it's already set, we can just, there it is. You hear that? That's our noise. It's our sample. And how it works is that basically pitch goes with the speed. So it just speeds up the sample a little bit to get these notes. So I mean, if you're trying to time vocals or lyrics, it could be a little difficult. I'm just stretching over here. I don't normally do tutorial videos. This is like my first, so you know what, let's randomize it. Random generated. Okay, that's interesting. So we're gonna do something. We're gonna pick our scale. There's a lot to pick from, but I mainly just choose between major and minor. So we're gonna do it in a minor scale. What key do we want? I'm gonna go F. Go F. Okay. And then from here, it's just figuring out what sounds good. Ooh. So I have no clue what I'm gonna do. Probably gonna just do something simple. So oh, let's pick a BPM. You know what? Let's do like we'll pick an odd one. 157. Okay. These, you see all these ones and zeros down here? It's 2. This is a pattern. So let's do this first. And, okay. And you'll see here, this and this. You can just put that wherever you want. So you don't have to, it's basically like copying and pasting. And you can highlight things by clicking and dragging. Copy, paste. You can hit Control Z. You can do all that standard stuff. There's all this crap down here too. Adjust fade, so just little adjustments. You can make it stop immediately. You could mess with the filters and the equalizer. Get whatever sound you want. Okay. You know, making little melodies. You can stay strictly in the key, but if you want to, you know, spice it up a little bit. This is the loop thing, by the way, this purple thing down here, if you couldn't, yeah, if you couldn't tell. But let's see. So I have a hard time. Sometimes I have a hard time clicking. Okay. So you could see that still sounds alright. I don't know if it sounds okay in this. It's more if you want like a tense. So you would have to. Let me see if I can get this right. Ugh. Never mind. I see that works just as well. Oh yeah. Another rule is like music theory stuff. You got. Oh, don't know what I did there. You got this, then this, and then this. You would normally expect to hear this again, right? This too. But you add this 3 in here. So 1, 2, 1, 3, I do this a lot. We'll put this back. See that? We'll tweak this a little bit. There you go. And so we can just copy and paste that again. Look at that. It's a nice little loop. Now we get. All right, let's edit this a little bit. Let's put some effects. So there's this little drop down thing. It gives you a bit to work with here, even though you can't see it. But on my end, I can. It opens a little window. So we're gonna bit crush it. So here's the new bit crush thing. That's stupid. Okay, we're not gonna do that, but you know, you get the point. There's this unison thing. I never use it personally. Envelopes, I never use that either. Volume and banding will be important later whenever you have everything down, or you could do it in the middle, whatever you feel like. But let's get something else in here. So I'm gonna go with one of the presets that they already have. Thinking maybe a guitar. Let's just go steel. Okay, we're gonna go down an octave. Okay. Do this all by ear. Why is that on 7? Let me, Okay, this doesn't contrast very well. So we're going to change it. Let's keep the spirit going. Let's randomize. There we go. Okay, we'll keep this going. Let's edit this a little bit. Bit crush it maybe. You know what? That can actually segue into something here. Let's get rid of these. I usually just like to get rid of all that. I just copy like the zeros and paste them. It just gets rid of all those pesky little numbers without having to go through and click the arrows manually. So we'll do this again. We're gonna keep the song short. 16 bars is fine. It's about 40 to 30, maybe like 40 seconds, maybe less. I don't know. How much is it? Let me hit the export button. 49 seconds, yeah. Let's add some drums here. So there's a bit to choose. There's not as much to choose from. So if you wanted, you could import your own drum sounds, but you could only do like one part of the drum at a time, which is you would have to have maybe like 5 different channels just for the drum, which could work, but it's a lot to keep track of. So I use like an audio file that just has like an almond break. Just throw that in there get it on the right BPM, and then just build off of that. I mean, that's always a lot of fun for me. But we're gonna go for, let's see, instead of retro, let's do one bit. Oof, that's loud. Turn that down. Okay, maybe not that far. Okay, and you can kind of just repeat this. We'll do this. And then this is like slow part. And then, you know what? To extend the song, you can either click on this. There's 2 things here that says insert, or there's 3 things. Insert bar before, insert bar after, and delete this bar. You can just hit insert bar after, or you can go to edit, and then you scroll down. It says change song length. Pops this up. You can just go 18, 19, 20. So it was at 16, now it's at 20. Look at that. 4 more bars right there. So we're going to take that. And then I'm going to take that. Yeah, yeah. Now that's just using, think about this. This is just using one set of patterns for each thing except for the drums. That's 2 patterns. So you could make something short like this that just repeats, but I think we could also add some flair to it. Let's get another retro sounding thing. Let's do organ. Okay. Let's pick that up. Okay. So we add a little bit of variety to this. There we go. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Now let's add the stupid sample that we put in here. Let's turn it up a little bit. And then we are going to put this a little bit in the right ear. This a little bit in the left. This is dumb. And you know what? We're gonna put that here, so it's more of a surprise. So we have that, right? really it. I mean, while explaining this only took 25 minutes to make. I'm keeping this because this is the tutorial to make the songs in Ultrabox. But really, that's it. Once you learn this program, you get familiar with it. Very easy. This is a... Let me change it. This is a preference right here, showing all of all of the notes. All of the background notes and the flashing. Whenever they flash like that, that's a preference. Also, this scroll bar is not on by default. These mute track things, you can do that. That's not on by default. Almost everything here. I mean, like this right here, this cool little thing. Not on by default. This volume thing, not on by default. So you really have to go like into these preference settings. And just the only one that I don't have turned on is autoplay on load. I also don't have set current scale as default because that'll just do it if you want to make a new song. Copy paste buttons and import export buttons. I mean, you can do that manually. Close prompts on click off. Don't even know what that means. Note recording. You could do that, but I always find it easier just to place the notes manually. And all the appearance stuff. The only thing I don't have enabled is frosted glass prompt backdrop. What does that look like? I just turned it on. Don't know. Don't even know what it does. So, but other than that, you can hit export song. You can title it. You can see the length, so it's 1 minute and 4 seconds. You can choose what you want to export it as: WAV, MP3, MIDI, JSON, which JSON. That is used if you want to save into that. You can import that file into Ultrabox, and it'll just load up your song. Or you could export it as an HTML. Or if you really want to, you could send the huge link at the top to your friends, the extra long link. Or under File, there's a shortened song URL. It'll just take you to this. Copy that. Paste it to whoever you want to share it to. And they can tweak it. But, nothing will change on your end, obviously. Like, they would have their own version. And then if you wanted to do a collaboration, they would have to send you a link. And it would just be an exchange between links. Because every time you add a note, the URL changes somewhere. But, other than that, you can hit play right up there if you wanted, or you can just press space like I've been doing. Is there anything else? I don't think so. You can change the octave. That's a preference as well. So, I mean, I could just, raise it 2 octaves and make it really annoying. Or you could bring it down really low. That sounds scary. But, anyway. That's basically it. That was music in like 25 minutes, and now it's half an hour because I talked too long. Hope this helps.